What's up, YouTube? What's up, Facebook? Not sure where I'm posting this yet, so I'd say what's up to everybody. My channel's Positive Thoughts. Anyhow, the reason I'm making this post is because I was thinking today after somebody gave me a compliment on the way I treated them, and I reflected on how often that happens to me, and it happens to me quite a lot. It happens to me almost every day, at least definitely every week. Someone from the public goes out of their way to come up to me and say how cool an officer I am, how kind an officer I am. They've never come across an officer like me before, or they never ran across anybody as cool as me before, or anyone as polite as me before. And the reason I'm making that point is not to brag, not to pat my own shoulder, not to fish for compliments, but to say that all I'm doing is what I do normally. I'm treating people the way most of us treat people that we meet for the first time. I'm treating people the way most of us treat people that we have to interact with regularly. I'm treating people no different than the way we are expected to treat somebody when we come across them. Common courtesy is what I'm extending. I'm not doing anything different than I normally do walking around. I'm not doing anything different than most people do regularly in regular conversation with people that they meet, whether strangers or friend, in the street. I'm doing the same thing everybody else does when we speak to each other. However, because I'm wearing a uniform, I'm operating outside the expectation that these people have. For whatever reason, when they see me in uniform, they have a certain expectation that I may not be as polite, that I may be a bit rude, that I may be a bit curt. They may think that I'm going to be different than anybody else might be that comes in contact with them. And then when they experience someone who treats them regularly, when they come across someone in uniform that's treating them, that hears the question that they ask and responds without an attitude, that is listening when they have a question, that is actively trying to help them when they need some help, without any sarcasm. When they experience that, or even if they are in a position of they've done something wrong and it's time for correction, even when the correction is polite and courteous and respectful, they're grateful, because it should be normal. They should expect courtesy. They should expect someone to be polite. They should expect someone to treat them as they would like to be treated. They should expect to be treated the way I would want my mother or my grandmother to be treated. So I say that to say, those of us in law enforcement, we don't have to be so harsh. We can use kind words. We can speak softer. It's not necessarily the actual words that we say, but the nuance behind the word, the attitude, the sound behind the word, the attitude behind the word that people pick up on. So just a smile sometimes is all it takes. They just need to know that you see them as another human being. I'm getting compliments where when I'm wearing my regular clothes, I don't get those same compliments. I'm getting the compliments because I have on a uniform, and they have a different expectation because I have the uniform on. And the sad commentary is this: they should expect what I'm giving them. I should not be operating outside the realm of the public's expectation, but somehow I am. Somehow, when they see me in uniform, they are expecting something different than when they see average people in plain clothes. Because when I'm walking around in plain clothes, I act the same way. I treat people courteously. I say please. I say thank you. I say excuse me. I speak with a. I'm loud. My wife can tell you I like to laugh. I get excited. I'm passionate about things, but at the same time, I can have when I meet someone and they have a question, or they have an issue, or they're having a problem, or they have to be corrected, I can do so in a way that doesn't demean them, that does not make them feel less than. And because I do that, even for people that I've had to correct, or even for people I've had to kick out of the courthouse or the courtroom, they've always come back to me and said they like the way I treated them. And their experience is that I'm doing something different than most people in law enforcement do. That's the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is that the expectation that they have should be equivalent to the way I'm treating them. They should not have a lowered expectation of those of us in law enforcement than they have. And I make this point to say, brothers and sisters in law enforcement, we need to do better. We need to raise the expectation of the public so they can know, and they know that we're here to help, to serve and protect, to do what it is that we swore, to uphold the Constitution, and they don't have to fear us. We don't have to be contrary to each other. The public and law enforcement should walk hand in hand. We all want the same things. So let's do better.